You know that plot line on How I Met Your Mother where Barney loses the bet and then he has to wear the ducky tie for a year? I think I saw that happen in real life one time. I can't say for certain. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you all of the facts that I do have, and you can decide for yourself. I am a sophomore in college. It is spring semester. I have just enrolled in an ethics class because I'm trying to make friends outside of my major. Spoiler alert, it did not work. I thought I made a friend briefly, but it was actually she wanted to copy my notes. Anyway, not the point. This class was one of those big 101 lectures where you then had breakout groups taught by a TA. And the TA that taught my breakout group every single day would come in wearing a sweatshirt that had like a unicorn head on, but the unicorn head was like on a plate and it had like X's over its eyes, so it looked kind of like edgy, like Spencer's Gifts, like Tumblr, like whatever. And so I was like, okay, it's probably just like what the sweatshirt that he has in his bag that he throws on when it's cold, because it was the beginning of spring semester, so it was cold, the heat wasn't on in the little breakout room we were in. Finally, a couple weeks into the semester, the heat in the breakout room turns on, and it was a really small room, so it overheated really quickly, and everyone is sweating. And the first day this happens, he does not take off the sweatshirt. Everyone else is shedding layers. Some class meets with heat still on. The same thing happens again. We're all overheated. Everyone's taking off a layer. The unicorn sweatshirt stays on. But the third time class meets after the heat has been turned on, something very interesting happens. And this is actually the core of my argument. Finally, he gives in. He takes off the unicorn sweatshirt. But what happens immediately after? He rummages around in this bag, pulls out a unicorn baseball cap, puts that on. And now while the unicorn sweatshirt was like, oh yeah, I could see like an edgy, like mid-20s TA wearing that, this unicorn baseball hat, it feels like a backup. It feels like he got this from Claire's. It is sky blue. It is all like glittery pink unicorns, like 3D puffer paint. Like it looks like it was made for a child, but he puts it on without saying anything and then like spends the rest of the class talking about like ethical forms of punishment or whatever while wearing his unicorn baseball hat. And that's pretty much all of the evidence I have. So here is what I think happened. He loses a bet and his friend is like, haha, you have to wear a unicorn every day. And so he goes out and he finds this one sweatshirt that's like, I think it will make sense if I wear this sweatshirt. Like, this feels like something that someone of my age and vibe would just be wearing anyway. But he has this hat as kind of like a backup of like, okay, I have to be true to the bet. I have to wear a unicorn at all times. And so if I take off the sweatshirt, I guess I have to put the hat on, and I'm just going to try and avoid putting on the hat. I think that's what happened. I don't know for sure, and I might never know.